When planning for a wireless microphone setup, it's good to think about the frequencies that are going to be used or the range of frequencies before actually setting it up. So we know that the UHF range of frequencies is used heavily in the United States for television broadcasts. What we do is we operate our wireless microphones in the white spaces. The white spaces are the spaces in between TV channels, or in any given location are the channels that are unused by a television station. For instance, pick a city in the US, say Dallas, Texas, may have a channel 28 television signal and a channel 40 something and a channel 30 something all active, but we'll have, say, channel 29 or channel 32 or whatever that are unused. Those are the channels we want to use for our wireless mics. Now, each TV channel in the US is 6 megahertz wide, and our wireless microphones use much less space than that. So we can typically put 8 wireless microphones inside the space of a TV channel. That means that if we find a TV channel open, we can probably put 8 wireless microphones in there, sometimes even more depending on the product and the location. Now at Sennheiser, we have an online frequency finder tool that is designed for you to use prior to setting up wireless microphones or even ordering wireless microphones. It allows you to put in a zip code of where you intend to use the mics and then see what the spectrum is at exactly that location. It takes data from the FCC, it's all the government licensing data that tells us what television stations are active at the location, and then you can overlay the frequency ranges that are available for our various products, and that will help guide you to what range is best. For instance, we use letters to designate our frequency ranges, like range A or range B or range G and things like that. It becomes clear in looking at the frequency finder which range is ideal. It might be that in a certain location, range A has the most open or most white space for a certain location, and then another location may have not such a good situation in range A, but range B or range G might be wide open or partially open. So that tool is online and is a very good idea to check that before setting up a wireless microphone system. Several wireless microphone manufacturers do such a service. We call it a frequency finder. The other ones are called something similar. They all do the same thing. They help you plan what spectrum to put your wireless mics in based on where you're going to use them. So depending on the number of wireless in a multi-channel system, we might have to use several white spaces or open TV channels. And if we're using in-ear monitor systems, those take up spectrum too. So what we recommend is that wireless in-ear monitor systems are used in one frequency range, and wireless microphone systems in the same venue are put in another frequency range. That makes it easier to coordinate the two products together and makes it less likely that they'll interfere with each other. So depending on how much white space is available in a certain frequency range and how many wireless channels we want to use together, it might be necessary to put our wireless mics in multiple ranges. Say we're going to use a dozen or 2 dozen wireless microphones, we might put half of them in one range and half in another range. It all depends on how much white space or open TV channel is available at the location.